Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I'm gonna be talking about why I moved to Germany and how I did it. As some of you may know, I come from Finland, but I've been living in Germany for, I kind of don't keep track anymore, but I would say this Christmas it's going to be 4 years, so 3.5 years roundabout now. And I also did a exchange student semester in Germany when I was, I think, 21 years old. And then I also moved to Costa Rica when I was 23 years old, which doesn't have really anything to do with this video, but it's just me saying that I really feel like living abroad and moving abroad at some point in your life can be so beneficial for you. I feel like I have had some of the best experiences in my life, learned so much about me and about the world and about other people while doing so. I also decided to make Germany my home, which, let me tell you, I really never ever thought that I would say Germany is going to be my home. If you would have told me that when I was a teenager or as a child, I would have not believed you. I think I always knew, or I did always knew, that I wanted to live abroad at some point in my life, even as a child, because I had a bigger brother. He's 12 years older than me, so he moved abroad to London. So I always thought that I would move to London. At some point I thought maybe Paris and all these other like nice cities were kind of in my dream life, and not at one point did I ever think that I would be living in Munich. So it's just funny how life brings you to different places depending on your other experiences as well. So why Germany? Yeah, I hope nobody's expecting like a very inspiring story there or anything. Well, I don't know, maybe it might be inspiring for somebody, but pretty much I never ever thought that I would move to Germany or even travel to Germany for that matter for a very long time in my life until I met Alex. Alex is my boyfriend. For those of you who do not know, we live together. We have started our business together as well, and we pretty much do everything together at this point in our lives. And we met when I was 21 years old. He was 24 years old in Portugal on holiday, and he was my summer love. And yeah, things just pretty much worked out with us. So I came to Germany pretty much primarily because of him. So the first time that I ever came to Germany and when I lived in Germany was when I was 21 years old. This was around 6 months after I had met Alex. We had long distance relationship and we were keeping in contact, and already in the beginning we knew, or I knew, that I would try to make it possible to do my semester abroad in Germany, in Nuremberg, where he lived at that time. So that's pretty much why and how I did my first move to Germany. So I still had to do, or I didn't have to do, but I still had the option to do a semester abroad in my bachelor studies. And I decided that this is the opportunity that I'm going to take and go see what could come out of me and Alex, because I was so in love with him and I really wanted to see where this relationship could go, and I just couldn't bear the thought of not having it work out because we don't live in the same country or anything like that. Yeah, that was the first time I moved to Germany, and I lived in Germany for a year at that time. I came a bit earlier than my semester abroad started and just kind of did some German courses to kind of get to know the city a bit better and just to learn German and just to hang out with Alex as well. Then I had my semester abroad, which was around, I think, 7 months. And then I still also decided to do a 2-month internship in Germany, because in Finland in my bachelor's you do like your internships in 2 months. I don't know, you have a 2-month internship 3 times in your studies. So I decided to also apply for an internship for 2 months in Germany. So that gave me a total of, I think, actually 10 months of living in Germany before I moved back to Finland to finish up my studies. And also I applied for a internship abroad to do the rest of mine required internships in Costa Rica. Then I lived in Costa Rica for 6 months, and then again moved back to Finland to finish up my bachelor's thesis. And that is when I decided to apply for a master's degree in Germany, again in Nuremberg, where Alex was still living at the time. So I applied for my master's degree, which I also actually never thought that I would do, because I just never really loved studying and I really wanted to work somewhere, and I don't know, I was just kind of sick of it. But at that time I'd also learned so much from Alex and kind of gotten inspired from him that maybe I should continue my studies and maybe I could increase my opportunities and just broaden my scope a little bit if I would take a master's course or a master's degree as well. And with that, it would also make my move to Germany a little bit easier. So that was the kind of final thing that then brought me to Germany. And since my master's degree, I have been living in Germany. So basically, long story short, My boyfriend was the one who made me come to Germany. He didn't make me, it was my choice, it was our choice together, but he kind of opened my eyes to Germany. And I remember the first time that I came to Germany, I was like, how did I not know how beautiful Germany is and how amazing this country is? I don't know why, I just always found it to be something, it wasn't like interesting enough to me, and the German language never interested me, which I now speak rather fluently. Yeah, now I'm so happy I did. I absolutely love Germany for so many reasons. I already made a video about why I love Germany, albeit some of those reasons are very, very shallow and just more like fun. They're not like the basis or the core reasons probably of why I really like it in here. As a EU citizen, for me, living in Germany as someone from Finland is not, it's not difficult. I don't need a visa, I don't need anything like that. It is very, very easy for European citizens to live in other European countries, which I absolutely love. I am very, very grateful that that's possible for us. We're also planning on living somewhere else in Europe with Alex someday. For now, we're very happy here in Munich, but yeah, I think that's a very, very great thing. So I do know that it is not a difficult thing in any way to actually study in Germany or in EU if you come from an European citizen. While it's like practically really, really easy to just hop on a plane and come to Germany, moving abroad is a whole different experience, and it's, like I said, something which will teach you a lot of life lessons, a lot about yourself and a lot about the world as well, which I think is invaluable, so definitely do it. It was the best decision I ever made to come and live in Germany, in Nuremberg with Alex. And doing a semester abroad is just so much fun. Let me know if you've done that before, because the experience is just amazing. It's a bit crazy, it's a lot of partying. I mean, you don't have to party, but I mean it turned out to be a lot of partying for us. We met so many people, I met so many people from all around the world, and we just became this whole family of students abroad who just like met each other every day, and we were so comfortable with one another. So I think one of you guys asked me if I ever felt lonely when I moved to Germany, and I can tell you there are always times in my life when I feel lonely, like whether I lived in Finland or in Germany. So I'm kind of, that's just a part of life in my opinion. But when you do a semester abroad, if you have, you know, if you're social in any way, or you're ready to put yourself out of the comfort zone to go social, I think in a semester abroad, or when you study abroad, you will meet the most open-minded, amazing people in the world if you have an experience like me. I can't promise you will, but I mean, I can't imagine that it will be anything else. So definitely don't worry about being lonely or feeling lonely. You will definitely make friends very, very easily. So that was just my semester abroad, and everything worked out very, very well with me and Alex. We kept falling in love, and we knew that this is something that we want to keep going on with, but I knew I wanted to, or needed to, finish my studies in Finland. It was so important for me to have my education at that time and just to not do any silly decisions just because of a guy, so to speak. So I knew I needed to finish those up, and I also knew that I still wanted to experience something more, like another country or something like that. So that's when I decided to do an internship semester in Costa Rica. And when I came back from there, I did my my bachelor's thesis in Finland, after which I moved to Germany to do my master's studies in marketing in the University Fachhochschule, what's it called? The University of Applied Sciences in Nuremberg. And I am going to say that I chose Nuremberg because Alex was there. I guess I could have chosen any other city as well, but I did want to go to Nuremberg because, again, we did long distance, and if you've ever been in long distance relationships, it's not easy, and I didn't want to continue that. So I did primarily apply for courses or master's degrees in Nuremberg. I did apply for a couple of other ones, I think. Or no, I didn't. No, just Nuremberg. And I didn't even apply for that many. And I knew I wanted to do this international marketing master's degree in Nuremberg, and my grades in Finland were good, and good enough at least to actually go there, and I got accepted, which was the greatest news ever, because I really didn't know what I would do if I couldn't go there, because at that time me and Alex, we just needed to move together, we just needed to live together and continue with our relationship without this whole distance between us. I started taking job opportunities in Germany. I even worked at a clothing store, I worked at a restaurant as well, got fired for my first time because my German was not fluent enough. And I also then did a working student job at a bigger corporation, and you know, had all my experiences sort of whilst studying, which was all really amazing. And then as I was finished with my studies, me and Alex, we went for a 4-week holiday to Australia, during which time we both were thinking about our future and what we really want to achieve in our life. And we both had talked so much about starting our own business. I've wanted to start my own business since I was a child, and we decided to start our own business, and that's what we're doing now. That's what I'm doing now here in Germany. And seriously guys, I cannot believe how grateful I am and how crazy it is, and how things just kind of come together, and the puzzle of your life kind of turns out to be something that you never really thought it would be. That's why I'm in Germany, and that's how I moved to Germany. And honestly guys, I absolutely love it here in Germany. It has become my home. Finland is mine home. I would say it's where I'm from, but I totally feel so good in Germany right now, and don't feel like a foreigner or anything either. So it did take time to get to this point that I don't feel like a foreigner in Germany, but you know, give it time, and that's just what it's like. It's not going to be like this, that you feel at home in a new country. For some it may be easier, and for some it may be more difficult, but all I can say is that I love this decision. I am so happy in Germany, and yeah, I recommend for anybody to at least do half a year of living abroad in your life. I promise you will have an amazing time and learn so much about yourself and the world. And yeah, that was just my little story. I hope you guys liked this video, and maybe it could help any one of you guys out. If you have any questions about studying abroad, about starting your own business, about feeling at home abroad, or how to make a new country your new home, or anything like that, anything to do with living abroad, I would be happy to give you guys my point of view by answering some of your questions. So leave them in the comments down below. I will come to you and answer you. If I get enough questions, I might even do a Q&A video about that. I would love to do a Q&A video, to be honest, but you need a few questions for that, so we'll see what happens. But if you do have questions, just leave them down below and I will be happy to answer. Also, let me know about your experiences abroad. Did you study abroad? Did you do a semester abroad? Have you worked abroad, and where, and how many years, etc. Leave them in the comments down below. I would be so interested. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.